Oh man. All right. Let's see who joins. Think I'm I should have got a selfie stick or something so I can hold the camera instead of my hand because it's gonna be up and down. What is this? Oh, playable games. You just got the notification? All right. So it took almost a minute for it to go. Is that you live? You're in here? I got someone watching right now. Just waiting for some people to join so we can talk about this new law here in Tennessee. This crazy new law. Oh, Debbie Sue's here. Hey, Debbie. Yeah, I know you guys were probably expecting a fishing Friday, but however, my son is not here. Brooks is not here, so going to skip that. So we're going to talk. Oh, sorry. We're going to talk about the new law that's going to be going in effect on July 1st, 2026. So what I've gathered about it, if you are monetized or on the way to get monetized, if the child is under 14, you have to pay them so much money if they are in your content 30% or more. And if you don't, I don't know how they're going to figure it out if you don't pay them. I don't know. I understand that because a minor is a minor and they can't be talked to until they're 18 without an adult. So that's very strange. So if they find you or something like that and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, they're going to find you $2,000 per video that your child's in. And once they turn 14, they have the right to delete the videos that they were in. Going forward, Brooks, my son, is 7. So he has 7 years until that happens. However, my son does not work for money. I will never, ever, 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 ever force my son or my daughter or anybody on a camera to make money. That's not how I do it. My son came to me asking if we could do YouTube because he liked Outdoor Boys and he wanted to do some videos like that. He wanted to do fishing videos, camping videos, and such like that. Brit, hi. Hey. So that's how I see it. Like my son wanted to do these videos. He wanted to do camping. He wanted to do fishing. He wanted to do all this stuff. So that's where we go with that. My son is not a paid actor. I'm not forcing him to do anything that he doesn't want to do. If my son was here right now, he would tell you he doesn't like he loves fishing, he loves being outdoors. So if you have somebody that you watch that has kids that are in Tennessee, you might want to see and reach out and be like, hey, just letting you guys know that there's a law being passed on July 1st of this year where they are cracking down on child actors. That's how I see it, just child actors. And I still don't understand how they will find you and say, "Hey, how would we know that this child's not getting paid?" Like that's a big question mark. And also, I understand it because there have been parents who force their kids to be someone different on camera so they can make money. And also, I don't like the government in family business. Like I don't understand that. So it's a 50-50 for me. Like I'm on board, then again I'm not on board because there's just too much head scratching and too much privacy lost. You probably need a trust fund set up for them. Well, maybe I need to go talk to somebody about that. Oh, hey CL. CL's in the chat. Carl, what's up? Stephanie, hi. Yeah, so that's what, and going forward, what Lori said about maybe focusing on me doing videos for myself and putting Brooks on the back burner for a bit. We're still going to do fishing Fridays with him. That is still on the schedule. That is still going happening because he loves fishing and he loves talking to you guys and excuse me. And he also likes seeing you guys, interacting with you guys, especially Scott. He likes trolling Scott. She said it's like Ruby Frank. She was heavily abusing her kids. Frankie, are you going to go to Pigeon Forge and eat massive quantities of fudge? Nope, not going to Pigeon Forge. I got Rod Run this weekend. That's so many people up there. But I do want to go to Dollywood. But yeah, going forward, me and my son are still going to be doing these videos out there. This channel was based on father and son content. It's me and my son always. So that's where I stand with the new law that's getting passed, which is also crazy because no one voted on this. It was just random. I found it on Facebook and it was like, if you're a content creator, look at this, get this, look into it. And so I was just like, okay, let me see what this is all about. I summarized all of what was important. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, how does the government know this and that? And why is the government doing this? So I made a video about it. So I made a video about all these things that we need to, if you're a content creator, look out for. What is your name, bro? My name is. Do you like Golden Corral on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge? No, I haven't been to that Golden Corral. It's just fishing. I wanted to be out fishing today so bad, but I know Brooks wants to be with me. So I'm gonna, next Friday, we will be doing more fishing videos. Fishing Fridays. So going forward, still doing fishing Fridays. June, I'm hoping every weekend in June, I will be posting more videos out every Friday. Just tons of videos. Every week, every Friday in June, July, August. I was thinking about also doing a extreme heat camping trip. I think that would be awesome. I think because everybody does winter camping, no one does a extreme heat camping. So I think that would be awesome to do. Let's see where everybody's at. Is CL still in the chat? Cause I gotta talk to CL and Debbie. Yeah, that would be great. Yep, Debbie's still here. Okay. I wanted Daniel in the chat because he sent me a video. I mean, a song for my channel. Okay, CL. Okay. He sent a song for my channel, which was really good. I truly enjoyed it. I have to probably post a video with the song in it, and then I got to post my other song that I made for Take Me Home, Country Roads. I made it for East Tennessee, so I want to put that on the channel too. Maybe do like a little music video. I was thinking about making a music video of, I'm trying to think here. Brain fart. Going up on a mountain and seeing the sunset. Ah, yeah. Hannah got it. Yeah, and just sit up there maybe and just see the sunset coming down and then just doing a 4-minute video of that song. Or maybe just driving because it's a country road. I think that would be a good video. I love a sunrise or a sunset. See, the thing is, I feel like the sunrise is too quick. I feel like it's like maybe 20 minutes. I think the sunset lasts for like a whole hour because it's called the golden hour. Hee hee. Hannah's writing over here. She's probably saying something crazy. See, even Debbie agreed. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, has a nice idea. But the sunrise is great when everything is quiet and you can hear the birds begin to wake up. Yeah. Or you can be at night and hear all the frogs and all the crickets. The bugs are loud, very loud at night here, but it's peaceful. Do both, two videos. Hey, I could do that. I just need what would you guys rather prefer? Because I could do it tomorrow. I can go to the mountains and record a 4-minute video of the sunset and then a video of just like a montage of we driving through the lake area, going on top of the mountain and stuff, the back roads. We could just do a video like that and then make it into a music video of good old Tennessee back roads. Because that new video that I posted talking about the law, at the end, I did a little snippet of when we was driving to Cade's Cove in the fall time. Do the sunset first. We don't have mountains here. Yeah, did you guys know that Florida is the flattest state in America? Yeah. So whenever we do trivia tomorrow night, we can you guys will know that if that ever comes up, the flattest state in America is Florida. I like your idea, Tyler. Yes. So everybody will have a beautiful sunset video of East Tennessee, listening to a good song about East Tennessee. I wish I had my laptop out here so I can play it for you guys. But I just got my phone because I was like, I'm not going anywhere today. I'm not going fishing. I'm just gonna relax. And then I was like, I always do Friday lives, live on Friday. So I was like, let me just go live and let's just talk about the new law, the new video, the channel that's going forward, how we're gonna process this, and we're going to stay on track. I'm not gonna let this little law do be a roadblock because remember, bounce backs over setbacks. We're always gonna bounce back. We're gonna go forward. Like I said, my son is the reason why we do YouTube. It's not because of me. It's not because I'm money hungry. It's none of that. I created this channel so we can build memories together as a family. So 10 years from now, he'll look back and he'll be like, Dad, remember when I caught this? Or Dad, remember when you did this crazy thing? And I'll be like, Yep, I remember. So that was the reason why I created this YouTube channel. It was not, I mean, money is good. It would be great that this channel will turn into a full-time job where everything I do will be for YouTube with my kids. But that wasn't the goal for this. The main goal we had was for me and my son to create memories. Because this channel before, it was called the Farrier Trails, and that was my last name, and the trails were like videos of the trails that we did. And then we at there every our tagline was we're turning trails into memories. At the end of the video, that's what we said. And then just like Scott, I changed my channel name because I was like the Farrier Trails. The farriers are people who do horses, trails. I don't have any trails. The farriers don't have any horses. So my channel was getting lost and people was like, I don't understand this. So I was like, I I'm outdoors now. I live in Tennessee, so that's what I do now. So that's why I go and do stuff. Are you gay? No, but you're about to get removed. Uh, boop. There we go. Gotta love trolls. Gotta love them. People are just, I guess I would say, have too much time on their hands these days because that's what people do nowadays. Yep. You have been timed out. There are wackadoodles everywhere. Yes, they are. And I don't understand, like, the same amount of energy that you put out for being bad and negative is the same amount of energy that you can be positive and being good. Like, I don't understand people's logic. They're like, "Oh, I'm bored. Let me just they just write on the keyboard about stuff." It's just ignorance is bliss. That's how I say. And I actually thought about going forward, turning off the comments, turning off the comments on my videos with my son because there's so much. Like you guys don't see it, but there have been so many comments in some of my videos where I had to delete them because there's people just ignorant. Do I play war? I think so. I don't play. I used to play video games, but I don't play video games anymore. I do more outdoor stuff. I just I'll be outdoors fishing. Yeah, it's outdoor. You can set it up so that only subscribers can comment. I thought about that too. It was either take the comments off and just be done with it all, or comments on but only for subscribers. But I was like, I don't really want to put my channel behind a paywall, give or take, because I was like, I don't want these people to feel obligated to subscribe just to leave a comment. Because nowadays, like I said in my other video, my latest video, the world now that we know, everything's behind a subscription base. Everything has a paywall. Everything has to have ads, and it's burning people out. Like I'm burnt out of being subscribed to something. Oh, I gotta be subscribed to Disney Plus. Oh, I gotta be subscribed to Netflix. I gotta be subscribed to ESPN Plus or Paramount Plus and everything Plus. And you're just like, why can't we just not? Remember when apps first came out, it was cutting the cord, cable. Cable was the enemy. Now it seems like all these streaming services are cable. You got to pay like 100 and something dollars to watch everything that you want to watch. Subscribing is free, so if they care about your content, it shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah. See, I agree with that. That's why I was telling people, you subscribe, it's free. There's no thing. Have you tried fly fishing in Townsend? I would love, to be honest with you, I would love to learn how to fly fish. but that is some serious skill and very expensive. Fly fishing, if you guys don't know, is very expensive because everything's like handmade. And I was like, man, dude, I would love to catch some trout. They're having a big trout event in Blue Ridge. Not this weekend, but next weekend. And we're going to that, me and my son, because they're gonna have like trouts there, and you can do like trout fishing. So I want to do that. I want to go trout fishing, but trout fishing is also expensive. And I'm just like, man, they're very hard to catch, constantly jumping around. Yeah, I even went to what's that town? Oh my gosh, it's in middle, it's like east. It's like in between here. Tellico Plains. We went to Tellico Plains, and me and my son went to the outfitters, and we saw all the stuff, the waders, the shoes. They're like almost $500 total for everything. And then we was looking at fly rods, and then all the allures and everything like that. And I was like, man, we're gonna spend at least $1,000 on this stuff. And then I was like, let me go to the cheap side. So I went to the cheap side and I saw the rooster tails, and I was like, oh, we just get some rooster tails, and we went tried trout fishing, but we didn't catch anything, and it was crazy. Oh, Lori's here. I was just talking about you, Lori, too. How we should be positive in everything that we do, even though sometimes ourselves are our worst enemies, and ourselves like to beat up ourselves, and we just have to stay focused and positive because there are a lot of trolls in here, in this world, probably in this chat watching me. What are you doing, Mila? Stop spitting. You done playing in the water? Okay. Wow, that's the price of a big printer. Oh man, we ain't talking about printers. See, I work in IT just like Scott. Printers, they're like Satan. They're the enemy of IT. Don't want to mess with no printers. She said, "Yes, I heard you." Yay! So, for you guys, since you guys watch my content, what would you guys like me to do? Oh, that was a bird. That scared me. Hopefully, you guys. Ooh, that scared me. A bird over here. What would you guys like me to do or me and Brooks to do? Because I was thinking about going kayak fishing tomorrow and record that, but it wouldn't be with Brooks. I've never done kayak fishing. I also thought about going kayaking across the water and going and camping on an island because right now, where I do go camping at with the winter camping, the cold camping and stuff like that that I did videos of, like where just did my last video of walking, there've been a lot of bear spottings around there. So I was like, dang it. So I don't want to get attacked by a bear because where my mother-in-law lives and the in-laws, yeah, where the land's at, nothing but bear county. And I don't want to mess with any bears. So that's why I was like, I'll just go kayaking and then kayak across the water on a little island. So I don't have to mess with any bears. But it would make also good content. Be like, hey, I'm camping in Bear County. Hopefully, there's no bears around because I gotta get a bear spray. Could you imagine sleeping and there's a bear like looking at you and you wake up? Nope. Bears are cute. Oh, another thing. Talking about bears. There's another law coming in into Tennessee. I think it's only Gatlinburg area. I don't know. I don't know if it's in Tennessee or Gatlinburg area where they're going to be finding people if you feed bears on July 1st too, because people have been feeding bears and the bears come back looking for food. So they're going to be finding people for that. I wouldn't sleep. Oh, my bears, yeah. I wouldn't be sleeping either. Nope. I couldn't sleep knowing that there's bears out there. Cuz bears, I don't know. Cuz I know I heard so many stories about wildlife when you're camping. I heard bears don't mess with you unless they are provoked in a way where they smell food. They're like curious. So I was like, okay. But the animal that will come up to a human that's very dangerous is a moose. I heard so many things about a moose. That moose are very uh how would I say it? Don't care that there's a human next to you. I mean a human sleeping, human camping. They would just walk up there. And it's like, hello. We have bears here all the time. They come walk in our yard, have been on our porch. Don't feed the bears. There are bears one county over from me. They have locks on their residential trash can. Yep. So, um, I live maybe an hour, give or take, an hour and 30 minutes from Gatlinburg. So I live maybe 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes from Georgia, depending on which route I take. And if I go like the East Tennessee and up, I'll be in the Smoky Mountain Cherokee National Forest area. So all that is nothing but Bear County. Like North Carolina, Cherokee, all that, all those areas right there is Bear County. And that's why I would love to go camping. I would like to go camping in Tellico Plains, uh, Great Smoky Mountains, Cherokee National Forest. All that's bears, and they're really active. I don't know what set them off, but I've been seeing so many posts, so many stuff online where there's been like bear activities up the wahoo now, and they're like big bears. They're not little bears like you like. Oh look, there's Winnie the Pooh. They're like bears like that bear that attacked Fox and the Hound, some big old grizzly bears. But there's no grizzlies in Tennessee, but there's some, and I was like, yeah, I'm not messing with that when I go camping. I want to enjoy camping. I don't want to be scared camping. I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, I'm scared for my life. Because like Lori said, I wouldn't sleep. I wouldn't sleep knowing that there's a bear out there. So I was telling my wife, I was like, if I do go camping near the sandbar that I really want to go camping on the Ocoee, I am not bringing no food. I don't know how I would eat or anything like that. I would not eat because food attracts bears, and I'm just like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. I'm no. And then we got snakes now. Uh, there was a snake, two snakes here at my house 3 weeks, 3 weekends ago. Brooke said that there was one chasing him, but he was chasing a lizard while the snake was chasing a lizard. So yeah, Brooks will be out here chasing frogs, lizards, and worms so he can use them as fish bait. That's what he do. No video, that's important. But I gotta do YouTube. I gotta keep my channel alive. That's the craziest thing about it. Yeah, I heard, Rob talks about consistency. Build your library, have your plan, post video. And then I watched a video today. Don't post consistent. Quality over quantity. So I'm just like, dude, what do I do? I heard post a video. It doesn't matter what it is. Then I heard if you're going to post a video, make sure it's good quality. Make sure it's good content. So I was like, that's why I just don't listen to people anymore on YouTube. I just listen to what for a little bit, take some advice, write it down. If it works good for my channel, I'll do it. But so much YouTube advice and gurus is just crazy. Because like me and Scott were talking about, YouTube is it's a big question mark. It's one day your video will do good, and next week 3 videos will just it just it's a roller coaster ride. Ooh, we have water moccasins. We got. Ooh, do we have? Or is it copperheads? I think no. We got. Okay, so in East Tennessee, we have the timber rattlesnake, copperheads, and I forgot the other one. There's a third one because I know water moccasins. They're around, but they're not native to East Tennessee. They're more like West Tennessee. But I know down the street, we live next to a park where people can go hiking and stuff like that. And there's been some sights of timber rattlesnakes already. I limit the YouTube advice I watch. See, me too, CL. I do the same thing. I watch Rob on Tuesdays, so I just see how much he's grown because, man, I remember that dude had like maybe 80 people in his chat watching him live and 60, maybe I think it was 45K subscribers when I first saw him. And the first video was posted anyway. Like, don't tell your friends or your family, just post it, your videos. I remember I left a comment on him, and he was the first YouTuber, the big YouTuber who loved my comment and commented back. And I was like, wow. And I was like, this dude's really cool. He's down there. So I started watching him. And I was like, I want to do a coaching call. But I just time passed and now he's charging 200 plus for a coaching call. I'm like, man, this dude got real big. A lot of people watch him now. I'm just rambling now. I don't know. It just for me too, it's just crazy how Tennessee laws are just how this law came in effect without any voting, without any awareness. Because I was not expecting a law like this to be in effect and also on the verge of hurting my channel. I do too. I do too, CL. Yep. I watch, like I said, I watch Rob, and then I watch Andy Levy. That's only it's only two people I watch with YouTube advice. And Andy actually shouted out Rob too. And I think his last fourth video that he posted, he was talking about Rob, how Rob grew big and stuff like that. The law should be on a public ballot. You think so? Because at the end of the day, the government works for us. Like everything that they do has to come through us, but the tables have turned and now the government does its own thing. Oh, Daniel's here. I did listen to my song and we was just talking about it. How it was really good. Uh About to make a music video about your song that you created, Daniel, for me, and another song that I created for the channel. So I'm going thinking about ideas for my channel. I'm sorry my nose is itching. I got a lot of pollen out. And I'm sitting right by a tree. I'm like on the back porch. And there's a tree right here. And my nose is itching. Does the law say what they would do with collective funds? Nope. They don't say nothing like that. Probably just go back to their bank account. Because you got taxes for the roads, you got taxes for import goods, you got taxes. See, this is what's crazy. So your employer pays taxes on you. Your employer pays taxes on your pay. You pay taxes on your pay. The Walmart pays taxes on the import goods. You pay taxes on the goods that you just bought. The gas station pays taxes on the gas. You pay taxes on the gas. So it's just, man, the founding fathers, Boston Tea Party. We should be throwing some tea off the harbor. It's just crazy. Okay, I caught 16 fish. This 16 fish. Were they all sunfish, greenfish, or those bluegill? Ali G is going live tonight at 7:30 and asked me to be her guest. Damn. I want to be someone's guest. Hook me up. I was a guest for Scott like 2 months ago. I didn't know Ali G was going live tonight. Florida doesn't tax that way. See, the only thing that's good about Tennessee, there's no state taxes. The income tax is very low. Like there's no they're really, really low income tax. No state taxes. So that's why Nashville is booming right now because everybody's moving here. In Nashville, green sunfish. So you caught 16 sunfish? We just talked on the phone 20 minutes ago. I I was talking to my wife about this. Our little community that we have here, from Scott, Lori, CL, Daniel, Mike, Debbie Sue, Allie, all these people, all the way, all over the world, mostly in Florida. 'Cause that's where all the people that we watch are in Florida. But all the people around the United States, we gathered on Rob chat, live chat, and then grew on Scott's chat. And now look at all of us. We just all one big happy family, community, friends of YouTube's. Like we were just random people. Like a year ago, we didn't know each other. Well, I didn't know anybody a year ago. I don't know how anybody else was. And now look at us. Here we are. And that's what's so crazy about life, because life sometimes takes you in a direction you never thought you would go. And it's just like growing up, I never thought I was going to be a dad. I never thought I was going to get married, because the way I was growing up, I was just a very crazy adolescent kid who had no respect for authority, didn't do good in school, was just, I wasn't like the bad kid, you know, but my dad was in the army. He was gone in Iraq. So I didn't really have a strong father figure growing up. So I found other activities to keep me busy while my dad was in Iraq. So that's a little background for me of who I am. And I met my wife. We had our son first and then my daughter. And then now my kids do, like, man, I love being a dad. It is the best job and the worst job at the same time. The best job because at the end of the day, you get to teach them. Like, you know what's so crazy about being a parent? You get to teach your kids anything and everything about life. And the worst thing about being a parent is you never stop being a parent once you are a parent. You always got to keep out and look out for your kid. You always got to set the example. Sometimes at night when I'm closing my eyes, some nights I'm just like, man, did I fail as a parent today? Did I do something wrong? And it's just, there's some moments in my time when I'm, being a parent to my kids. I'm just like, man, you have to know I am your father. I'm your parent before I'm your friend. Because nowadays people want to be their kid's friend before they become their parent. And I'm not having a disrespectful kid like I was, because I know who I was. So this is why I am the way I am, because I know who I was growing up, and I could have been in jail. I could have been that person, and I praise God. I praise Abba, the Adonai, that He opened my eyes when I was 18 and led me down a path that I am now. Because if I was not on the right path, I would have been in jail, dead. Because there was some times where I was just like living the fast life, hanging out with gang members, gang banging. And then one of my best friends, growing up in school, he was a blood, and he was doing gang stuff. And I thought it was cool because like I said, I didn't have a father figure growing up. So I got into gang activities because I was like, this is cool. This is what I want to do. And I remember the night I got a call from his mom saying DJ was shot and his house was broken into. That phone call stopped me in my tracks, and I was like, yeah, I'm not about that life. I'm a nerd who likes anime and gaming. So I just took a 180 and just gamed and watched anime and comic book videos. And that's where I started feeling that way. And then I was like, moved up here from Texas. Man, this is this is a long story. I don't know if you guys want to hear this. Okay, let me get to the comments. Okay, Lori, there's no parenting. Okay, let me go. Oh, Mike's here. Okay, famous Mike. Okay, my dad was in the Navy, constant ship and sub duty. I was opposite of you. I wanted to be that leader. Yeah. So my dad was a master sergeant at E8 in the Army. And when you're a kid, your dad is your everything. Like he's larger than life. He's your hero. And I felt that so much with my dad. And I still think deep down I feel betrayed because when he went to Iraq, I felt like I lost my friend, my everything, my hero. And then when he got back, he wasn't the same person because war changes people. And he was more angry. It was more snap. And now just like, man. So I just went on my other way. And that's when I was hanging out with gang members and stuff like that. And I promised myself I would never take a job where I had to travel. I would never do anything that would make my kids resent me in a way, not hate, but felt like they were not good enough. And three, I would not be so busy for them where I would just let them do their own thing. And four, I will always tell them I love them. No matter where I'm at, I'll always tell my kids I love them. Because growing up, I don't know if CL, if your dad was like this, tough love was like the number one thing. Hugs were only occasion. I love you was occasionally on the table. So I tell my kids every day, every minute, every time I come home, I love them. I give them hugs and kisses. I play with them because I want them to know that their dad loves them. And I'm not bashing my dad. I love my dad. And I understand the sacrifices that he made. But I love who I am now to my kids. And I'm sorry for this big old rant. This was not on the table. It just happened. So, okay. Lori said, Tyler, this is what you need to talk about. Start out with your story. If you ever have any questions about raising kids, please ask. I've raised 5 of them. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, Lori. So you and Scott both told me to make a video about how I didn't plan to be a father, and here I am. He said, go out, right by a water, by a creek or something like that, and do it outdoors and just talk. So that will probably be my next video. Oh, Granny's here. Granny, is this your first time being in my live stream? Let's just chat, sit down for dinner. Tyler, this is your comic book hero backstory. Oh my gosh. If I could be, yes, we want to hear it, your story. We want to hear it, but you need to put together a series on your channel. Yes, Debbie Sue. That is what I was trying to say. That is it. The direction of this channel. Yes, it's right in front of him. Don't be sorry. That's your story. My dad was also in the military. I don't think I ever got a hug from him. Don't be sorry. You just found your content. Yeah, guys. So, yeah, growing up in the military, like my dad, it was tough love, but I idolized him so much growing up because there was a job, there was a task, He would do it. He would done it. No questions asked. He would finish the job until the sun came up the next day. And I was so proud of him. I'm still proud of him because he had 3 dreams growing up. He told me first dream was join the army. His second dream was be a professional wrestler, and his third dream was to work for the railroad. He did all 3 of them. He did pro wrestling. He did uh join the army, and now he works for the railroad. And I would next time I see him, I just want to tell him I'm proud of him because at the end of the day, there's so many people who have dreams and that's it. That's just a dream for them. It doesn't conquer anything. And my dad is the person that I know that accomplished both of those 3 dreams. And that's everything to me. Like my dad is my hero. And I want the same thing that I'm saying right now for Brooks. I want Brooks to be saying that to his friends, be like, "Oh man, my dad did this. He knocked the walls down. He started YouTube when no one said he could. He he talked to the camera when no one was there. He made content when nobody was watching." I want that for my son to say to his friends. I taught my dad how to fish because he did. My son Brooks, he taught me how to fish. I did not know anything about fishing. I remember the first time we did our YouTube. You can watch our very first YouTube video, our very first one. I did not touch the fish. I did not put the worm on the hook. I didn't do nothing. I just held the camera because I was like, I am not touching no fish. I am not touching no hook. I ain't touching none of that. You know all about that stuff. So I let him handle that. Now, if you watch my videos, you will see me hooking the fish. I mean, hooking the worm, taking the fish off the hook, everything. So I'm telling you guys, like this law that's happening, it's not gonna phase me because my son is not a child actor. He is not being forced to make content. He is not forced to make any of these videos. What you see in my videos is the 100% authentic son. Like that's Brooks. He loves fishing. If you can watch my replay of my live videos, you will see how amused and how giggly he is when he sees a fish and when he catches a fish. CL says it all the time. I love his laugh because that's what he loves. He loves fishing. Like right now, he's fishing. He's probably on a boat fishing right now. He's out. He went out for a whole week with this pawpaw to go fishing. They left last Saturday morning and they're coming back tomorrow evening. They went fishing for a whole week. Like there's kids nowadays that don't even, they sit at home and play with their PCs. They want a PC build. They want to do this stuff. I'm so proud of my son that he loves the outdoors and he moved the needle for me. He moved the needle to make this content. He moved the needle for me to be more outdoors. And that is what you're getting when you watch an outdoors Tennessean video. You're getting authentic, not a pro because I don't know that much about outdoor stuff, but you're getting authentic, real video content. There's a bee flying around. So that's what I want you guys to know. This is, oh, that's a big, whoa, that's a hornet. You need to go. Okay, sorry. That was a big hornet that was flying by. It scared me a little bit. Yeah, that was a big, long storytelling that was not on the table today, guys. And I am going to say sorry again for that. But that is who I am. There's no filter. And if you guys want to know more about my upbringing, I can let you guys know. I wanted to do acting. I in 2014 was in acting school. I've pushed and pushed. Was in Atlanta doing Tyler Perry shows, The Walking Dead. I was doing uh I was in the Endless Love as a dancer. I got an agent in Knoxville. I still do a little bit of acting stuff on the side, but what you get on YouTube isn't what you would call an actor because I'm not acting. I don't know how to bushcraft. I don't know how to make a cabin. I'm doing all this stuff as I go. Like, like I'm telling you guys, watch the first video of my YouTube video and then watch the live video of me and my son fishing. You will see a whole 180 of how I'm grown. I like you can ask Hannah, my wife. I did not want to touch a fish. I did not want to touch a worm. I was like, ugh, I don't want to do none of that. And here we are. Here we are. I'm looking at trying to buy a rod at Bass Pro because I want my own rod and reel. I went spent almost $50 at Walmart on lures and hooks and all this other stuff, tackle box, so me and my son can go fishing more and just be more outdoors and just I want to give him the best childhood. Like I had a good childhood. There were some dark times. Everybody has dark times growing up, but my childhood was good. It was great. I had good friends that I still talk to this day. My friend Lyndon and Brian, we known them since 2001. We still talk to this day. Like my childhood was good, and I want that for my son. I want him to know that his dad is there for him. I don't want to build up a wall. I want him to ask me questions. If I don't know him, we'll figure it out. Mike, wow. Yeah. Like I got an acting reel. I got an IMBD. It's probably deleted by now because I haven't done acting in a while. I think the last time I did acting was in 2017, 18. No, Brooks was here. Was it 21? Either 19 or 21. Because 2020, everything was shut down. So it was either 21 or 19. It was when the last time I've been on a set and filming. It was actually a guy who killed his ex-girlfriend, and I played the guy who killed her. You know those little true crime movies, TV shows? I was the guy who killed his ex-girlfriend and stuff like that. Which was it was a cool set, dude. They served Panera bread and I ate a lot of Panera bread that day. It was a long shoot, but it was fun. Okay, stop saying sorry. You need to start a series of videos and put them all into a series. But what would that series be? Debbie, I don't that's what sucks about sometimes creating content because your brain just throws a big question mark. Like for an outdoors channel, people want to see you struggle. People want to see you survive in the wild. Like all the outdoor videos I see is like either people camping in their car, people fishing, catching big bass, going out on a scavenger hunt for fish, not a scavenger hunt. They going fishing, catch and cook, survival type. And I want to do that. I want to go kayak fishing so bad. Hopefully, I didn't bore you guys. Hope you guys brought some popcorn. I'm almost live for a whole hour. That went by so quick. I did not expect to go for that time to go quick. You can tell your stories while you're outdoors. Okay, you definitely could do that. Be like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Be going outside, getting in the tent, and start talking. And that's another thing. Growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, there was so much good content on the TV. Like, family shows were so important growing up. Now there's no family shows. There's no family good content on TV where you want to go sit out with your family and watch something. Everything's fast food, so there's no family sitting with your family eating at the table. Everybody wants to do fast food. Everything is streaming, so you don't want to go to the movies with your family or your friends. Online gaming, so you're not really sitting there with your friends and playing games. And then there's no there's no strong family environment going on anymore, and it sucks. Everybody's on their phones. Every time we go out to eat, everybody's on their phones. It just aren't people bored of just looking at a screen and texting? And there's more to this world. There's more to this life instead of just doom scrolling. Like 20 years ago, we didn't even have this problem. 10 years ago, we didn't have this problem. There was still interaction. There was still Blockbuster around a little bit. There was still Toys R Us. There was so much interaction with humans that you actually had a conversation. You didn't then just go, "Oh, let's go stream something. Oh, let's just go order DoorDash. Let's just go do this." It just the way the world now is just ugh, it's lost its color, lost its character, it's lost its personality. Everything is just blah. Now that's a good rant right there. It's just blah. What can we do to make this world better? I always got lead roles in my school plays. In sixth grade, I was Santa in Christmas in the 50s and the Bob Cratchit and the Country Christmas Carol. Wow, Daniel, I didn't know you did all that. I did one, I was in theater arts in the eighth grade and did Hamlet, the Christmas Carol, and Romeo and Juliet. And that was it. And then I was like, not doing it, anything stupid because in high school, for me, I did wrestling and football, so I did not wanted to see me in acting. I thought I was better than acting. And when I got out, we moved up. We moved from Texas to here, and we started watching The Walking Dead in Texas, and we moved up here, and then we found out that Walking Dead was filmed in Atlanta. And then I was like, let me get some connections, and I got some strong connections. I On my Twitter, I got the guy who played Shane follows me on Twitter. The guy who played what's the other dude? Tyrone? No, Tyrese. The guy who played Tyrese is on my Twitter. My, you get my shoes for Anna and Usa. Yeah, they're on my side of the bed. Sorry, my daughter came and talked to me. Yeah. So that was a big thing. And then I reached out to the casting director who did the zombies. And I was like, hey, how would someone go for being a zombie? And she was like, let me get back with you. And then I was like, okay. And she's like, where do you live and stuff like that. She's like, well, you live kind of too far to be a zombie because zombies have a quick call time and they have a big turnover and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. And then I waited for a little bit. I got more connections, stronger connections. And I was like, can I be a savior on Negan's side? And they was like, yep. So I grew out my hair, I grew out my beard. I had long hair, like maybe all the way down to here. My beard was real thick, and they put me in, and I was in season 7. I saw that whole fight with Negan. I was in the crowd when Negan was giving that big prop talking. It was fun. It was real fun. And then I had my son, and I was like, I told myself I wouldn't be too busy for my kids. I promised myself I wouldn't take a job where I had to travel. So I put that on the back burner. So I'm so glad I grew up in the 80s. Younger generation needs family content. While you are walking outdoors, you can say, while we were talking, while we were walking, let me tell you about when I was younger. And you can get scenes like that and tell those stories. Oh, I miss my kids that little. Yeah. Oh, you guys heard my daughter come in? Yeah. Yeah, family content, man, it's very important growing up. We was watched in when I grew up, we watched Home Improvement, we watched Full House, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Uh, what was that other show that came out that was very popular? Boy Meets World. We watched all those um, TV shows growing up, and it was just all about family centered content, nothing else. It was just strictly family. You know what would be awesome, Debbie? My mom, excuse me, my mom actually has home videos of all this stuff that I can literally probably edit and put it in my videos and while I talked about it. I think that would be cool. But it wasn't that much home video stuff. This is some cool stuff. Your nickname is me now, superstar. Just kidding, unless you're okay with it. I think Famous Mike is a superstar. I think that was his nickname. And you know what's funny? When I used to work at in the automobile industry before I started IT, I used to work at Volkswagen, and they used to always make jokes. Like I didn't never really tell anybody about me being an actor or acting or anything like that because I was always had those people was like, "Oh, you're not an actor. You're not an actor. If you're an actor, you wouldn't be doing this." I was like, "Okay," but the word got out at Volkswagen because you know how production workers are. They're never happy. They always got to talk about the next person. So the word got out, and my nickname became Hollywood, and I hated it. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy it because I've done something that most of these people would never ever do, and that is have the courage, have the guts to do something, and that is to pursue something that seems impossible to some people. And I remember talking to somebody, and I was like, you would rather believe me if I was a drug dealer than be an actor, and that person said, "Yeah, because being a drug dealer is more realistic than being an actor." And I was like, "That's crazy. That's crazy talk." Yeah. So I got video and screenshots of me doing The Walking Dead. It's on YouTube. If anybody wants a link to it, I can send you guys the link and screenshots with that. And then on my YouTube, on my Twitter, I got the guy, like I said, I got the guy who played Shane, and now the guy who plays the Punisher. He follows me on Twitter. I got the lady who played Carol follows me on Twitter. I got the lady who was a producer on the show on The Walking Dead and Terminator 2. She follows me on Twitter. It's just mind blowing how. Oh, and I got the guy who played Daryl. That was another one. The guy who plays Daryl. He follows me on Twitter too. It just it's just mind blowing how some people just rather believe negativity than positivity. Because, like I said, it takes the same type of energy that you're putting into negative that you can put in positive. It's all how you want to react to some things. Your no, your emoji is now going to be a star. Okay, Hollywood, love it. Mike, you are spark. Perfect. Yeah, and that's who I really am. Like I have no I'm not telling no lies. I'm not telling nothing. What you see right now live at 7:04 p.m. Eastern time is who you guys get if the camera wasn't on. Like if we was hanging out right now in person, I would have been the same person. Like there's no lie in that. I remember working and this lady was like, "Do you act like this with your wife?" And I said, "Yep." And she said, "I don't believe you." I called my wife. I called Hannah. And I said, "Hannah, don't act like this in person." And she's like, "Yeah, you do." I was like, "Told you, I'm not ashamed of who I am because that's you. You are the only person who can be you." And like I was talking when I was watching Lori's live stream, and we was talk. She was talking about stuff, and I said, would your younger self be proud of who you are today? And it was just a random thought. I just put it in the chat and just sat with it for a little bit. And I sat and I sat and I sat and I sat and I started thinking, and I was like, that is so true. Because when you're younger, the world is endless, time is endless, everything seems so small to you. So when you're young, everybody seems perfect, everybody seems immortal and stuff like that. And I think with what I know now and who I am now, I guarantee 100% my younger self is proud of who I am today. There are some stuff that I wish would have changed. However, if those things changed a little bit, I wouldn't be sitting here on this phone talking to you guys on YouTube. So everything happens for a reason. Everything lines up for a reason. And Yeshua is always going to be looking out for his people. And I personally believe that God is always going to be there for his people. He gives us free will, so we have to ask, we have to pray for it. And then we shouldn't deny him. We shouldn't be holding him to a certain standard. We always everything happens for a reason. That's how I just gonna leave it like that. Yes, sir. Be yourself. Yep. Because there's only one Daniel. There's only one Daniel out there that loves fishing, that loves making music for YouTubers. There's only one of that. And there's only one CL. There's only one Mike. There's only one Debbie. There's only one Lori. There's only one of everybody. There's just one. And that's what makes everybody unique. Oh, and Mike, I wanted to ask you and see if you was okay because I know there are storms hitting your area. I don't know if it's right now. I got Ryan Hall live in the living room. I don't know if you're okay because I know there's a lot of tornadoes in that area happening as we speak. So I wanted to let you know if you're okay because there are, like I said, storms happening. You wanted warm weather. Well, then this is what you get. You get them storms. Whoa, there's like so many wasps flying around in this area. Yeah, guys. Hopefully, I didn't bore you guys too much. Hopefully, you guys were entertained with what I had to say. Like I said, going forward, my son will still be in these videos, not as much unless he wants to. If he wants to say, "Hey, Dad, I want to be in this video. I want to go camping with you. I want to do a catch and cook," I'm going to let him because the government that's not going to stop me from enjoying what my son loves to do. My son, I'll pay the $2,000 as long as my son is with me and enjoying what we love to do. I'm not going to be like, "Oh, sorry, Brooks, I can't take you this time because the government said I can't take you because they're going to fine us $2,000." Oh, I don't care. If they're watching this video right now, guess what? Suck it, Tennessee, because my son is going to be with me. He's going to be there with me, fishing, camping, all the good stuff that we can do outdoors. Because this year and 2026 is going to be the year for me and him enjoying our time. Because at the end of the day, he's only 7 for a year, he's only 8 for a year, he's only 9 for a year, and so on and so on. So I want that for my son. My daughter, she's in that princess age right now. She wants to do princess stuff. So I'll let her paint my toenails, paint my fingernails, put makeup on me. I don't care. That's my baby. That's my princess. And Brooks, I'll go fishing with him, with my hair done, with makeup on. I don't care. Because if you have a daughter, you know we literally play Barbies. Yeah, you know that your daughter is everything to you if you're a dad, and your son is everything that you want to be growing up. You want your son to be the best thing. So thank you, Mike. And then sometimes I don't believe that. I feel like sometimes I yell too much. I get angry too much sometimes. And then I have to refocus myself and just be like, it's gonna be okay. They're kids. And then sometimes I play with my kids a lot, maybe too much sometimes, too rough. But growing up with my dad being a pro wrestler, that's all the stuff that we did was get on the trampoline, body slam, and body slam, and just be on that trampoline. And then if that mattress is cleaned out and there's nothing on that bed, guess what? That bed right there is a wrestling mat, is a wrestling ring, and we body slam each other on that. And that's who we were. And sometimes I feel like I failed some days of being a dad. Oh, change of plans. No live stream with Ali G tonight. That all is okay. Just things came up. Hey, well, I'm still live. I'm still live, Daniel. Okay, Mike said, talk to me about it. I've been there, done that 5 times. Yeah. And that's what sucked about losing this third child. Oof. Sorry guys. Didn't think I was gonna get emotional talking about it. But losing the third child is it was rough because I was like when my son was born, I was a butthole. I was immature, and when my daughter was born, I was working in Illinois, and I only saw her for 2 weeks when she was born and stuff. So I had to leave, and then from February to August, I wasn't in her life. And then when August came around, I was in her life, but she didn't know me. So this third child that we was going to be having, I was excited because I was telling Hannah, I was like, this would be the first time that I'm actually here as a parent and a father and wasn't going to leave. And then now, last month we found out that we lost it. And it sucked because I was like, this was going to be the child that I get to make it right and give or take, make it right for the child, for me. But things, like I said, things happen for a reason. We don't know why. We just say okay. We just say okay, and we understand. We understand things. But like I said, I'm so happy that I'm blessed to have 2 kids and a wife that cooks, that cleans, that does stuff that I could never ask. It's just, these girls nowadays, they don't know how to cook. They don't know how to clean. They don't know how to do half the stuff that a mom, a wife supposed to do. And like I said, I'm so blessed that I actually have a wife that knows how to cook, clean, has morals, because we know this day and age, women, don't have the morals as a woman should have. And I'm blessed that I have a wife that has all three. Yes, Tyler. Like you said, everything happens for a reason. You don't know what the outcome would have been for the child. Well, thank you guys. Yeah, it's well, I didn't. Maybe I should have retitled this live "A Day in a Life of Tyler" because we started off strong talking about the law, and then we just went, "Phew, I can't be playing while playing Barbies." Tell Miley you got something in your eye, and that's the Farrier family. That's and I'm so blessed that I got people who are in this live who are just sitting here listening to me talk. While they could it's Friday, guys. You guys could be doing anything else with your time and you guys are literally spending time with me, a stranger, talking about his life and everything. It's just thank you. Just seriously thank you guys for taking almost an hour and some change out of your life, out of your Fridays to talk to me and listen to me and my family. And I'm just thankful. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. It's just I'm ready to see my son tomorrow. I'm ready to go fishing with him on Sunday. See what he caught. See his new tricks that he got. I want to catch that bass so bad. I don't know if CL's still in here. I know Debbie saw the bass when me and Birch was fishing. I want to catch that bass so bad. I want that bass. It's like a prize. It's like a trophy. I want that. And we were so close to catching it. We're here for you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. And Mike, your channel's booming, man. Like those two videos you put out back to back, man, that's awesome. But that video you did where you're like literally driving from your house at 3 o'clock in the morning and just staying at work, that's like, man, excuse me. That's what I kind of did when I worked at Rivian. When I worked at Rivian in Illinois, I was gone for 11 months and I literally had to stay in a hotel and just wake up and just go to work every day. 7 days, 12 hours. Because there was no point in sitting at the hotel because I didn't have my family. So I just worked and worked and worked and worked and worked and worked. And I made good money. Oh man, I made great money. But I went to Chicago by myself. I went to St. Louis by myself. So I didn't have my family with me. So it was just constantly just by myself. And when you have a family back at home and you're doing stuff by yourself sucks. Oh man, that sucked. But I did it for my family. So they didn't have to worry about stress, they didn't have to worry about money, income, they had it. Yes, I saw that bass. Yes. That bass. So good. I wanted him. He probably I don't know, I'm probably exaggerating. He was probably like maybe a 6 pound, 7 pound bass that we saw. You'll be there too. Just keep putting out content. Yeah. I'm gonna be doing hopefully be doing every weekend content on June, July, August, and so on and so on. Just every weekend, just content coming out. Yes, it's not a good life. Yes, it's not. Knowing that your family's missing time out while you're chasing money, like ah, and those are the times you never get back. Yeah, please don't chase a dollar. I made that mistake. Yep. And the job I have now, I don't make that much. I don't make much. But you know what I do make? I make memories with my kids. I'm not stressed. I get to work from home. So guess what? I work in a garage, and then on my lunch break or anytime I just want to come out, I get to see my kids because my son is homeschooled. So I get to come out and see my kids every time I want to come out of the garage. I don't have to work day in and day out and then it's be like come home and be like, man, I'm dreading the next day. I love my job. I love the environment. It's amazing. And I'm blessed. I am blessed because I've been praying for a career in IT for so many years and I finally got it. What is the biggest bass you ever caught? Oh man. Oh man. I caught a largemouth bass. I forgot. I don't know. I never weighed it because I'm so like for me, I'm new. I'm new here. So I don't I'm scared to keep the fish out of the water because I don't want it to die. And my son, he'll hold the fish out for like 2 minutes trying to measure it, trying to do everything like that. So I don't know. I can't tell you that. But I caught a Dollar Tree bag in the water. I thought it was a big fish because the weight, the water of the bag, you reeling it in, so you think it's a big fish, and then I reel it in, it's a Dollar Tree bag. I'm like, man. And then I went fishing another time, and I'm fishing. I'm like, okay, Brooks, I got something big. I'm catching something big, Brooks. And he's like, what you catch? What you catch? And he's all looking at me. It's a fishing pole. I caught a fishing pole, but that bass that's in that bass that we saw at the pier when Debbie was there and CL was there. That was a big bass, and Brooks caught it. He had it, but it broke the line because he was pulling it up out of the water on the pier, and that happened. You don't have to drive 2 hours in traffic. Nope, I don't, and I'm blessed because I used to work. I worked production for from 2017 to 2024, so 7 years of production. And I used to drive quite a few times out of the way. But the hardest thing I ever had to do was come home when there was a shutdown, let's say a summer shutdown in Illinois, drive home, enjoy the time I had, and then drive back or fly back because I used to fly. I used to fly from Illinois to here. And I remember that time. I still got that video. I still think I do. When Brooks did not want me to leave. It was before we had Mila. And Brooks was in the car crying at the airport, crying. He didn't want me to leave. And that was another hard thing. Is like when you literally have to leave your family to go work. So I know how you feel, Mike. It sucks. Oh man, it sucks. Leaving your family for the dollar. And that's what the thing that sucks about being a dad. Like you if you're home, you're not making money. And if you're making money, you're never home. It's never a balance. And that's why I pray and I pray that this YouTube channel blows up. That I don't want to be famous. I do not want to be famous. Disclaimer, I do not want to be famous. I want to be successful. Where this YouTube channel blows up, where I make enough money where I can say deuces to my job and be a full-time content creator with my kids so I can spend so much time with my kids. That is that's the goal. But at the end of the day, if I don't make money off of YouTube, this channel doesn't go up, I'm still gonna be a father. I'm still gonna spend time with my kids. I'm still gonna create content. So that's how I see it with the track, the way, the roads. Either be a full-time content and still do it and make money off of it, or still make content and still work at my job and still do and still enjoy what I still got. 'Cause I feel blessed. You know, there's people out there that don't have a job that's struggling. Cause times are hard nowadays with AI taking over with everything. Oh my gosh. It's just crazy that job security is not a thing anymore. You know, in the 80s and 70s, you go to school, and then after your school, your high school, you get a job. They do your trade. They train you on the job, and then guess what? You stay with that job until you retire or you die. Nowadays, it's like you get a job and you don't know if tomorrow they're gonna call you like, oh, or email you. They email you nowadays. If they email you and say, "Hey, you got laid off. Here's a severance package," and then that's the way the world is nowadays, and it sucks. And I'm not trying to get into politics, but I thought I thought the person that was in charge this time was going to be different. It just seems like it's a constant rerun. Seems like we already saw this. We already watched this video this season. I was hoping for something different. So yeah, holy moly! I still got 6 people watching me. Yay! You guys didn't turn off. You guys didn't get bored. All right. You guys want to see the outdoors? Let's go look outdoors. Let's go look outside. Okay. Let me flip the look at that. There's our little playground for the kids. Hannah went out and bought a slip and slide for Mila and Brooks. And then a little play mat. And then we got TVA lines. And then there's the trees. And we got a little fire pit. Yeah. And then that's our neighbor's she shed that houses all the snakes. Tyler, it does not matter. It's left or right. Two things are the same bird. Yep. Spiritual warfare. Yep. And that's the thing. It doesn't matter. It's the same concept. They're all the puppets. They're the same, controlled by the same person. Cause I was promised cheaper gas, cheaper food, cheaper taxes, and we didn't get none of that. We got all the same stuff from the same president. So yeah. It was in I forgot what chapter, what book it is. It's in the Bible, and it talks about how we do not fight with the flesh. It's a spiritual. I don't know which one it is, but it also in the book of John it talks about how you can't have two masters. You can't serve the world and the Father, because if you love the Father, then you're not part of the world. But if you love the world, then the Father's not with you, because like I said, you can't serve two masters. And that's what's so great about the Bible. Like if you start reading it and you start understanding the Bible, and you're just like, wow, that is some strong stuff. Strong stuff, so especially in Timothy and John. Like I think it's First John. I did like so much Bible study in 2020. I got a lot of stuff highlighted in the Bible that I still read to this day, and just be like, man, I can't believe I highlighted that. That's very smart. It's about to be Shabbat. Yeah, the birds are chirping. Yeah, Hannah, Lori is right. Those power lines scare me. Why they scare you? They look close, but they're not. Yeah, we got church in the morning. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it. I will see you guys on the next live with my son. We're gonna do another fishing Friday. Hope you guys stay blessed. And if you guys need any prayers or anything, just let me know. I'll pray. And just remember, we love you. And like I said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Brooks is coming back tomorrow, so we'll be doing some fishing Fridays next Friday. And I'll see you guys, like I said, on the next one.